In this video, I'm going to share with you how group coaching works and how you can create a group coaching program that not only delivers massive transformation and value to your clients, but is also joyful and energy rich for you to deliver. Most of the time, when people decide they want to do a group coaching program or create a group coaching program, it's because they've already been doing one-on-one coaching and they've hit their limit. They've hit the number of hours and they don't want to add any more hours to their day. And they've also hit the high price point that they feel they can't move past. So if you're in that category where you've hit your limits and you still want to scale, then group coaching is a great idea. And one of the beauties of group coaching is that it's not only beneficial for you to be able to scale. In my experience, it has become my belief that group coaching is actually more effective for clients than one-on-one coaching. Let me explain. As coaches, we can sometimes fall into the belief trap that we are the source of all the magic, that we have to have all the answers, that we are the person that has what our clients need. And that might be well and good. And as a matter of fact, for many years, I delivered high value in one-on-one coaching. But actually, the beauty of group coaching is that it takes some of the pressure off of you and allows you to tap into the magic of a collective group. And in fact, it's my belief, I'm going to assert here, that there is actually more value in a group than there could ever be just in you as an individual. And in fact, there's a synergy that gets created in a group that you could never produce by yourself. So this video, I'm going to share with you a little bit how to tap into that magic and cultivate it and activate it in your groups. So the first thing that really distinguishes group coaching from one-on-one, that really matters for tapping into this magic, is who is the audience. When you're doing one-on-one coaching, it's important to find aligned clients, people who fit, people who you enjoy, because it's going to determine how joyful and energy rich your business is for you. But one client doesn't affect another client. One client affects you, which could affect another client, but essentially your clients are separate from each other in a one-on-one model. But once you start doing a group model, your clients are impacting each other. There's an interaction between you and each client, but also between each client and each other client. That's why with group coaching, one of the most important things you need to do is define who is a right fit client and hold a high standard for who you allow into your group. A second thing that impacts how your group coaching is going to work is the format of the group coaching. So you can do a group format where you are individually coaching clients in a group. So for example, you're sitting in the center, whether virtually or in person, and a client is working with you in front of everybody else. I call that a fishbowl style group coaching program. But another group coaching program might be more of a mastermind format where you facilitate a conversation among your clients and they are supporting each other, maybe with interjections by you. In either case, though, the people are impacting each other. And I highly recommend a kind of a hybrid mix of both of these. That's what I do. So the hybrid looks like I'm engaging with clients and then I invite everybody else to engage as well. And this has become a really great model because what it does is it allows me to impart my wisdom and it also allows people to impart wisdom to each other and support each other, which takes some of the pressure off of me. Another format that you might want to consider for group coaching is an office hours format. So remember when you were back in college and your professor would post office hours, say every week I meet from 2 to 4 p.m. You can come to my office and first come, first serve. Well, you can do that with your clients. You can have an open office hours environment where people can pop on and pop off. They can ask you questions. They can listen to each other's questions get answered. This is a format that I found is really, really effective, and it allows people to get their needs met when they want to without having to book one-on-one private time with you. By the way, before I go any further with one of the most important things that you should know about group coaching, I want to share that this channel, I have so much information on how to design coaching programs, implement them, monetize them, sell them, market them, price them. So please subscribe to my channel and go check out some of my playlists so you can go deeper into these topics. So as you develop and you design your group coaching program, one thing to think about is your enrollment process. There are two types of enrollment strategies. One of them is an open enrollment strategy. One is a closed enrollment strategy. An open enrollment strategy means that people can sign up for your group coaching program anytime they want, ongoingly, any day of the week, any day of the month, any day of the year. Now that might seem like the ideal thing if you want to make a lot of sales, but what's surprising is that actually a closed enrollment program generally generates better results. So a closed enrollment program is like a university where they have a period of enrollment and then they close it, they have a deadline, and there are no more enrollments, they're just focused on delivering. And then the enrollment period comes back around a year later. Now you can have closed enrollment once a year, you can have it twice a year, 4 times a year, whatever you want. But the benefit of having closed enrollment is that it allows you to focus on marketing when you're marketing and on delivery when you're delivering, instead of mingling the two so that you're always worried about marketing and delivering at the same time. I'm a big believer in closed enrollment. What we do is that we have a retreat 4 times a year. Our retreat offers a breakthrough experience that delivers high value in a compressed amount of time. And then in that high value experience, we invite people into our group coaching program, which is a whole year long. We've had really, really good results with having that be just 4 times a year and having a deadline, because what that deadline does is it creates natural scarcity. It basically says, hey, you have to make this decision by this date. And when you put that deadline, people generally say yes or no. When you don't have deadlines like that, you get a lot more maybes, let's talk in a couple weeks, let me think about it. You get a lot more of that type of response. So I'm a big believer in closed enrollment for your coaching programs. So the last thing I want to share is something that I believe will help you make your coaching program sustainable over the long haul. One of the biggest problems that I faced when I first started doing a group coaching program was that I would enroll people in that first year, and then when the time came to re-up or stay for a second or third year, people would leave. And so what I ended up creating was, instead of having that second year just be more of the same of the first year, I created a new program. Now the programs were combined. My initial program is called Influencer Circle. But what I did was, once you complete year 1 of Influencer Circle, you have the opportunity, if you're invited, if you're a right fit, to enroll in my Inner Circle Leadership Cabinet. And the Leadership Cabinet had new things in it. It had more private access to me. And the reason for that is that I found it more energy rich to work with people in their second years. So I was willing to do more private engagement and partner with them to help them launch things and support them in marketing those things. So it involved a deeper level of a relationship with me. And also it involved giving back to the community in year 1. So when people joined that leadership cabinet, year 2, 3, they would give back to the people in our retreats. They would offer support and coaching and value and basically add more value to the collective. And what that ended up doing is it made people want to stay. And it also made people want to join, because when people came in and saw this bustling culture brimming with experts and people sharing and contributing and giving, it made people say, I want to be a part of that. I want to be able to talk to this person about launching my book, and that person about how to do sales more effectively, and that person about how to do email marketing, and this person about how to develop myself spiritually. By having this community of people who stuck around, it was more attractive to people coming in for year 1. So I invite you to consider creating something with a vision towards, what are you creating on a grander scale? What's the big picture that you're creating, rather than just looking at it as selling a group coaching program. If this was interesting for you, if this video resonated with you and you want to create a group coaching program that's valuable and energy rich for you, then let's connect. You can book a free discovery call with me at superstaractivator.com/go, and I look forward to meeting you.